Hey guys, it's Gwen here with Freaky Friday, coming to you live. This video is going to be a little bit more serious. It's about something that I have struggled with since childhood. We are going to talk about borderline personality disorder. What is borderline personality disorder? Well, I have a definition that I pulled off of Google, so you know it's official. And this definition says, borderline personality disorder, BPD, is a serious mental disorder marked by a pattern of ongoing instability in moods, behaviors, self-image, and functioning. These experiences often result in impulsive actions and unstable relationships. A person with BPD may experience intense episodes of anger, depression, and anxiety that may last from only a few hours to days. So I have that. I definitely have unstable relationships with people, or had unstable relationships with people in the past. Definitely would rage, all of it. Except anxiety. I actually don't think I've ever experienced the feeling of being anxious. So yeah. But so I'm making this video today for people with borderline personality disorder to talk to you about how to treat people in your life who have to deal with your emotions. I think there are a lot of videos out there that talk about how to treat people with BPD, and so I think I should flip the coin. When I was younger, I had a traumatic childhood. I was beaten, I was starved, I was molested, I was homeless. I've witnessed like crazy things. I've seen horrible things, everything. So I have a lot of trauma that I've had to work through and deal with. And I definitely believe that this disorder was brought on by the trauma. And so a lot of, like, I'm 22 now, a lot of my life was spent not trusting people, having feelings of emptiness, like just lashing out at everyone. Anything that anyone did to me that made me upset, I would get intense feelings of anger, and I had a hair trigger, and I felt like I had to act on those feelings. That destroyed relationships. Luckily, I've had people in my life that have supported me, have loved me, have seen past the disorder, have done everything in their power to learn how to deal with me, because they knew that there were benefits to dealing with me despite how I treated them. For a long time, I felt entitled because of things that happened in my past. I felt entitled to people's time. I felt entitled to people's energy. I felt like people owed it to me. And I didn't even realize that. I basically allowed my disorder to dictate how I treated people and to dictate my life. The first step in like changing how you treat people is to just recognize that you have a problem. It's recognizing that I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, and anything like that. These are just tips that I'm giving to you that I have personally practiced to help me get to a much healthier point in my life where I'm happy. I can function in healthy relationships. I don't sabotage myself as much as I used to. I can appreciate people, et cetera, et cetera. The first step is recognizing your disorder and recognizing that just because you have this problem does not give you the right to treat people however you want. Just because things happened in your past, or just because you have an issue doesn't mean that, oh, well, the rules are up in the air, like I can do whatever I want, fuck you, which is how I felt. The second tip that I have for people struggling with this is, when you get angry, I know it's hard, but when you get angry, take a second and don't react to what's happening. A lot of times my anger would escalate because I would react immediately, and then when you have someone like me popping the fuck off on you, you're gonna obviously pop the fuck off back, and then it just keeps going and going and going. So it's going to be really hard, and it's going to take a measure of like being self-aware and just like understanding yourself. step back from the situation and be like, do I need to react to this? What am I getting angry about? That really helped me. Third of all is realizing, like, the people in your life who are dealing with you and dealing with your personality disorder and your outbursts, people don't stick around for that. So if you have people that have stayed with you and like have worked through this with you and like are trying, you owe it to them to create a safe environment where they don't feel like they have to walk on eggshells. You owe it to yourself and to them to try to work on it. You owe it to them to go to doctors, to therapists, and you owe it to them to do a lot of self-reflection, meditation. Understand that you need to be willing to listen. Just think logically, think outside of the emotion. Like, when a person is saying something to you, listen to what they're saying, hear what they're saying. It's not a personal attack. Your feelings are not going to be validated 100% of the time. I was reading online about people who deal with people with borderline and how a lot of people are like validation. I do get that. It's not going to happen all the time. You're going to be at work, you're going to be outside, you're going to be like on vacation somewhere. People aren't going to be able to do that for you. You need to check yourself, meaning you need to listen and watch the situation and again, think, does this need a reaction? What am I getting angry about? How can I calm myself down? What are coping mechanisms I can come up with so that I can work through this on my own? I'm 22 now. I am so different than I was 6 months ago, so different than I was a year ago, so different than I was 5 years ago, because I met someone, her name is Kadira, the person I do the channel with, who edits all my videos and like I vlog and etc. I met someone who showed me that every human being in the world isn't shitty. There are people that won't abandon you. There are people that can genuinely love you without expecting anything in return, that will help you. And there are people that are willing to grow with you. Understand that you getting into an argument with someone or someone disagreeing with you or doing something you don't like doesn't mean that that's it, like they're leaving you, that your relationship is over. In the beginning stages of our relationship, every time we got into a fight, I would scream, I would yell, I would say, I'm done, like I can't be your friend anymore, like I can't do this. Every single time she would say, Gwen, I love you, I care about you, I don't want you to leave me, like you're very important to me. She would tell me, it hurts me when you say this to me. This was before I acknowledged I had a disorder or even realized I did have one. And she was doing this automatically. So part of it is not engaging in self-destructive behaviors, meaning staying away from people who engage in self-destructive behaviors. And just surrounding yourself with positive people. Positive people aren't hard to find. You find positive people in positive places. You find people with like-minded interests that are healthy, like-minded interests. And those people will stick with you. They will love you. And if you explain to them what's going on and talk to them, it's about communication. Sometimes I have to be like, bro, I can't, like, I have to stop talking, or like, I'm really about to kirk, or I'll just hang up the phone, or I'll just like stop talking, like, I can't do this. And it's like, it's still a work in progress, but it's just about communicating with that person. I don't think having a mental disorder gives you an excuse to treat someone however you want. I don't think it's okay. I think I definitely did that. I've ruined relationships doing that. It's not fun. It's not fun. You don't get the most out of life by living it in a half-assed way, by not just looking at yourself, plain downright, like, girl, like, what you fucking doing? Like, girl, what is you doing? You don't get everything that you're supposed to out of life by not forcing yourself to grow. So this is one of those ways. So to anyone who's dealing with BPD, just understand that there are people that care. Your feelings of abandonment, I understand why you feel them, but you have to understand that People will come and go out of your life. There are people that will stay. And even if let's say everyone leaves, you still have yourself. You still have whatever talents you have to do. You don't need anyone else. I understand that these are irrational feelings. That's why you have to work on the feelings. You have to work on where the feelings coming from. Why am I feeling this way? What can I do to get myself out of this? I used to like obsess over things in my head. When something went wrong, I would like constantly think about it and make the problem bigger in my head and like overanalyze it and pick at it and be like, what the fuck, like blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cut that short, girl, because that will not help you. I still overanalyze things, but not nearly as bad as I used to. So those are the points. Understand that you're not entitled to anything. When you're starting to feel irrational or you're feeling like you're about to react to something, take a step back. Why am I reacting? Do not react to something immediately. Let the emotion cool. Treat people with respect. Keep in mind, like, these are the people that you're dealing with don't have the disorder. They don't understand where you're coming from. They understand that the rage that you're pushing on to people to push them away. Imagine how bad that hurts. If someone was screaming at you, calling you a bitch, calling you dumb, like saying, I'm done with you, I don't want anything. You're doing to these people exactly what you don't want them to do to you. And you're doing it because you want to do it first. You're scared that they're about to do it. But you're being an abuser. Borderline personality disorder sets you up to be abusive and to be an abuser. I'm not going to be that. I'm better than that. I love the people in my life enough, and I owe them that to create a safe haven where they can talk to me and where I can be like a positive influence. Yeah. And go get some medicine, girl. If you need that medicine, go get it, girl. Like, that's all you, and boys, actually. This video is for girls, guys, anything. Like, take care of you, but no self-pity on this channel. Like, you're gonna take care of you and you're gonna take control of you. You are the master of your body. You really are. My whole family suffers from like a plethora of disorders. I am not gonna allow myself to allow that to take over my life. I have far too much to offer as a human being, and you do too. So this was just like a short clip, you know, for anyone like suffering from anything, depression, etc., etc. Remember, like a year from now, 2 years from now, a couple months from now, it's not gonna be the same. Work through it. You know you got it. Use it to your advantage. Okay, bye.